Now we want to see if we can understand and read confidence interval output when it's given to us for the difference between two proportions. So we have the Pew Internet and American Life Project tracks the behaviors of Americans on the internet. In 2007, they published a report that describes some of the behaviors of American teenagers in online social networks, such as Facebook. Teenagers who had online profiles were asked, "We'd like to know if your last name is posted to your profile or not." The confidence interval outputs for Minitab is below, or the confidence interval output for Minitab is below. Use these results to answer the questions. All right, and notice sample 1 was boys and sample 2 was girls. Minitab is terrible about that. It won't tell you which one's which. It has to be written somewhere. All right, so we have a lot of information here. I've just happened to block off a little bit of it for us just so we could practice. So otherwise it's sitting right there, and where's the fun in that? So we want to find the proportion, sample proportion for boys. Now remember, boys was group 1. So color code them. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the proportion for boys. So that'll be 200 over 500. And there we have it. P1 hat is the proportion for boys hat, which is x1 over n1. That'd be 200 over 500, and that'd be 0.4. So there's that. All right, now we're going to do it again for girls. So the proportion for girls will be the 96 over 500. Okay, so let's see here. For girls, that's group 2. So it'll be 96 out of 500, and that would be, let's see, 96 divided by 500 is 0.192. Done with that. All right, so that wasn't too bad. Oh, I just closed my calculator. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. All right, so find the point estimate for the difference between the boys and girls privacy settings. So we're going to find this two separate ways. We're going to find it once just by taking the difference of these two numbers we already found, and we're going to find it again by using the confidence interval. All right, so I typed that up right here. So the data, it means we're going to use these two data points we have, which is 200 over 500 and 96 over 500. So we're going to subtract the two of them to get our estimate for P1 hat minus P2 hat. And that would be, oh, I need that calculator. 200 minus 96 is 104, that's right. And then I divide that by 500, and I'll have 0.208. All right, there we have it there. And then using the confidence interval, I could have it from, let's see, the interval was right there, 0.1529 and 0.2631. So I'm going to take those two values. So 0.1529 plus 0.2631, because I'm trying to find the center of that interval. So I'm going to add those two numbers up, and then I'm going to divide them by 2. So 0.1529 plus 0.2631 makes 0.416. I cut it in half, and I get 0.208. Same number for both of them. Well, that's a good sign. Always nice. Now, does this confidence interval suggest that there is a significant difference between boys and girls? Well, the confidence interval is right up there, 0.1529 to 0.2631. There, I threw the interval in there just so you could see it more clearly. So that's the confidence interval. Does that suggest that there is a difference? Well, absolutely. Remember, if there's no difference, then 0 would be in there, but 0 is not in this interval. All right, and that's what I just wrote here. Since if there was no difference, that would mean that they were equal to each other, and that means when you subtract them, you get 0. Since our confidence interval does not contain 0, that implies that there is a significant difference in the privacy setting for boys and girls.